There are just some bad guys we love to hate. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 video game villains you liked more than the hero.
Step up and have a go. What's your name, sir? Bruce? So, which one will it be, Bruce?
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at villains who are more memorable or likable than their respective protagonists. This isn't to say the main characters are necessarily bad, but they just don't quite match up to their own villains. Number 10, Sephiroth, Final Fantasy VII. The destruction of Cloud's hometown at the hands of his nemesis Sephiroth is what motivates Cloud in his journey to defeat him, but this isn't quite as interesting as to why Sephiroth went on his rampage in the first place. Upon discovering that he's the result of a twisted experiment with the cells of alien entity Genova, he decides to desert his soldier first-class position and summon a meteor with the intention of absorbing the life stream to make himself a god. As cool as Cloud is, he just can't compete with that. Number 9, Akuma, Street Fighter series.
Prepare to meet your maker!
First showing up as a secret boss in Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Akuma's only reason to live is to master the Satsui no Hado and become the greatest martial artist of all time. The arch-enemy of Ryu and Ken, and most of the other Street Fighter heroes, he often struggles to find an opponent he deems worthy of matching him in combat. However, despite calling himself Evil Incarnate, the fact he still abides by the moral code of the warrior gets him a certain amount of respect from the fans. He's much more than simply another Shotokan character.
Way to go!
Number 8, Ghirahim, The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword. Link may be one of the most recognizable and longest-running heroes in gaming, but his quiet quest to constantly rescue Princess Zelda would definitely be getting old if not for some interesting villains. Ghirahim, like Link, pursues Zelda relentlessly, only he does it so he can eventually free the Demon King Demise. It's his fault that Link and Zelda are even separated in the first place, as he uses his powers to summon a tornado to attack the duo. But being incredibly powerful isn't enough to make him a great villain on its own. He's also a theatrical narcissist who sometimes hums his own theme tune. Number 7, Kefka Palazzo, Final Fantasy VI. What do you get when you let a megalomaniac jester seize control of an entire empire? This guy. By scheming behind the back of Emperor Gestal, Kefka becomes one of the most powerful figures in the world, and is also hell-bent on destroying it. This psychotic clown has absolutely no regard for life or civilization, and even succeeds in splitting the world in two, as well as basically becoming the god of magic. It's his off-the-wall insanity, annoying laugh, and kill anyone and everyone mentality that makes him such a popular villain. Number 6, Senator Armstrong, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Just a little too late, as usual. Armstrong.
In his bid to make America great again, This politician plans to use the titular Metal Gear to destroy the United States and everything it encompasses. His goal to create an anarchistic and truly free state out of the remains of the richest nation on Earth is what drives him to come to blows with Raiden, everyone's favorite cyborg ninja.
The Patriots planted the seed. We don't need them around to filter and foster their memes any longer. We're spreading them just fine ourselves, every American man, woman, and child. We're all sons of the Patriots now!
Despite his problematic methods, however, the idea of a corrupt politician wanting to get rid of other corrupt politicians is almost as logical as it is ironic. With modern politics becoming a quagmire of controversies, maybe there's something in the idea of a clean slate.
The weak will be purged, and the strongest will thrive, free to live as they see fit. They'll make America great again!
Number 5, Handsome Jack, Borderlands series.
Hey, you're right on time. Key's nearly ready. But before I cleanse this planet for good, I'm gonna avenge my daughter.
It's a bit of a kick in the gut coming into Borderlands 2 to find out that the credit for discovering the alien vault in the first game has been stolen from the original heroes by Handsome Jack. Leader of the Hyperion Corporation, Jack's ultimate goal is to take control of Pandora by any means necessary and eradicate it of criminals, even going so far as to enslave his own daughter.
Yeah, I'm your boss, which means I can terminate your employment.
No, I mean, I can see through you.
I was just threatening to kill you. I wasn't being subtle.
However, Pandora is a dangerous playground for monsters and psychos, so his aim to civilize the planet and bring some order to it isn't entirely without merit. The ends justify the means, after all.
I can't wait!
Number 4, The Joker, Batman Arkham series.
Protocol 10? Never heard of it.
The justice-driven Dark Knight may be an awesome superhero, but his constant brooding can get a bit grating for some after a while. This is why we have the Joker as his ultimate antithesis. Even after his death, he still finds a way to return in Arkham Knight to get the last laugh and spends at least half the game as Batman's hallucinated companion.
Anarchy ruled. It was wild, but through it all you never smiled. Joke's on you. I'm in your head, so look who's laughing now.
We know that Batman's ultimately going to save Gotham, while the Joker's true aims and even his role in the story are often complex and hidden behind the elaborate persona. This serves to make the Joker into one of the most unpredictable and volatile villains of all time.
This may be my finest work yet.
Number 3, GLaDOS, Portal series.
Well, you found me. Congratulations. Was it worth it? Because despite your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart.
Shell is the archetypical silent protagonist, but because of this, it's sometimes hard to have any real opinion about her. However, her nemesis GLaDOS, the evil artificial intelligence in control of Aperture Science, is anything but silent.
I went and spoke with the door mainframe. Let's just say he won't be, well, living anymore. Anyway, back to testing.
Throughout both games, she constantly insults and mocks Shell as she navigates the facility's many death traps, though you find yourself actually missing her jeering voice in the few chapters she's not around. Even after potentially being redeemed with her brief transformation into a potato, she just goes back to her plain evil self we've come to know and love. We may even forgive her for lying about the cake someday.
The best solution to a problem is usually the easiest one.
Number 2, Arthas, Warcraft series.
My child, I watched with pride as you grew into a weapon of righteousness.
From the moment he was born, Prince Arthas was raised with the sole purpose of saving Lordaeron from the plague of undeath. A noble goal, but it's one he ultimately fails at. While he does manage to stop the plague initially, he's soon corrupted by the cursed sword Frostmourne and becomes the leader of the undead himself, carrying out the destruction he had been raised to prevent.
What are you doing, my son?
Succeeding you, father.
It's honestly hard to not feel bad for the original Arthas, who just wanted to save his people from certain doom.
I tell you this, for when my days have come to an end, you shall be king.
Number 1, Voss, Far Cry 3.
They say Voss! Voss! Who the f*** is it going to be? Them or me? Me or them?
The Far Cry franchise prides itself on its villains, but while Pagan Min and the Seed family are definitely twisted, none of them hold a candle to Voss. A guy so insane his most famous scene is defining insanity, he's a character you won't be able to get out of your head.
Insanity is doing the exact same thing over and over again, expecting shit to change.
Compared to the game's hero, the lost teenage tourist Jason Brody, who inexplicably becomes a super soldier killing machine, Voss is far superior. He has enthralling dialogue, interesting motivations, and a complicated past, while Jason was just caught in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Take me into your heart! Accept me as your savior! Nail me to the cross! And let me be reborn!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.